Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. And we are led by the amazing Commanding General YAHANNA. This is the Houston Wednesday law class. So, of course, we're going to get into the law. So what I'm doing, I'm going to hold down the class until Officer 5000 Gabor comes up. So, but what I want to talk about is fornication. The Christian church has one definition of fornication, and that they teach, and it's another word they use for it, and it's called shacking up or having sex out of wedlock. Well, of course, we know that's, hearing the truth, we know that that's not all what it means because, of course, sex out of wedlock is not a thing in the Bible. Once you have sex, you're considered married. You locked in, till death. Welcome to death row. Right. You know what I'm saying? So what the Christian church teaches is that, if you're having sex with someone that you're not ring and marriage certificate bonded to, which is not the case. Of course, like I just said, sex is marriage. Or if you having sex outside of your marriage, if you're a man, if you're sleeping with another woman, just say if she's not married, what I'm saying, they would consider that fornication because you're cheating on your wife, because the Christian church believes in monogamy. Monogamy. All right. But of course, that's the physical thing of fornication. But fornication in the Bible, on the physical aspect, is unlawful sex, which means that can line up with, bestiality, homosexuality, women sleeping with someone other than their husband, men sleeping with married women. I'm missing something. Incest, definitely incest. All right, so those are physical fornications according to the Bible, not just randomly sleeping with somebody out of quote unquote wedlock. All right, but we're going to talk about the other definition of fornication, which is spiritual fornication. Now, spiritual fornication, I don't even think the Christian church acknowledges or believe or even know that they're that they're in fornication spiritually. You know what I'm saying, by the way they worship or what they follow and what they believe in. And can anybody give me an example of spiritual fornication? Go ahead.
The worship of other gods.
The worship of other gods. I give that brother a hand. All right, I'm gonna start off with Exodus chapter 20 and verse 5. So what the brother just said, that spiritual fornication is the worship of other gods besides the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We know him as Yahweh, in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. That's his name in the Bible. All right, go ahead. Exodus chapter 20, verse 5.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 20, verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them.
Salakia, go up to, give me 1 second.
Bro, you say don't make no egg rolls? No campus. I can't do that.
Start at verse 3.
Kind, sir. This is the book of Exodus chapter 20, verse 3. Thou shalt not have no other gods before me.
Okay, this is the first commandment of the 10 commandments. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. And you would think, Christian would think, well, I don't serve nobody else. All the other titles they give him, El Shaddai, and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's fine and dandy. But it says, thou shalt have no other gods before me. That's rule number 1. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above or that is in the earth beneath or that is in the water underneath the earth, under the earth. Salakia.
All right. So when you read that, it says thou shalt have no other gods before me. You're like, oh yeah, I can dig that. I don't serve nobody but the Lord. But then when you read verse 2, when it says thou shalt not make any unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven or in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath. What is in every Christian church? It's a big old figure behind the pastor. That when he called you to the altar, and you bow down and pray. What do you bow down in front of?
That white Jesus,
White Jesus, number one.
that cross.
It's a big old 30-foot cross, behind the pastor. Now, they got them LED ones now, if you got a church with money. You know what I'm saying? What else? Think of a graven image. Think about pop culture.
Salakia, so I ain't in pop culture, so
Yeah, no sweat. When you was in the world, I had one. You probably had one. You had either the Jesus piece. You had a diamond encrusted cross.
The prayer hands.
The prayer hand. Oh yeah, every brother in prison. Mostly every brother in prison got some prayer hands on them, tattooed on them somewhere. Or the rosary beads. Our Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters. They real big on the rosary beads. Due to Catholicism.
Kind, sir.
You know what I'm saying? These days, you got the people just want to be different and buy stuff. So you got people that make chains out of the fat Buddha man. Or it's called what is it? The Humsey. It's like a little hand, a hand that's like face down. It looked like a hand that's like face down like that. It's Humsey or something like that. Yeah. You think that's like a little cute figure or whatever, but that's a graven image of a quote unquote God from another nation. You know what I'm saying? Keep going for me.
Verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I am the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquities of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
All right, so it says you should not bow down or worship. It's like or serve them. And how do you serve them? You serve them by acknowledging them. Wearing that image or sacrificing unto that image. For some people, a God can be money or status or material thing. It's people on this earth that'll rob, kill, and steal for a Bugatti or a Bentley or something, and when they get it, they good. You know what I'm saying? You got people that serve drugs to their own people just to have a Bentley or a Lambo sitting in the hood. You got a big $300,000 car in a dilapidated house.
And they ain't
in the
even
driveway
really,
with no cement. Go ahead.
And they ain't even got a Lambo. They in the hood pole hustling. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even they destroying their own community and the people. You know what I'm saying? And ain't even coming up like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
They just like you said, they just worshiping drugs. They addicted to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it, sir.
No sweat. Now give me Exodus 34 and 14.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 14. For thou shalt worship no other gods, for the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God.
All right, so the Most High is jealous. You know what I'm saying? So, some people, they wonder why, what's happening to them in the world because, everything done got taken from them. It's because, like, you done blatantly disrespected the Most High by serving other gods. Some people, they get, oh, well, God ain't get here, got me here, I got me here. You know what I'm saying? God wasn't in the gym with me. Some people blame God for people, some of their loved ones passing away. Why God had to do this? Why, you can't question God. I agree with the pastor on that when he said right there. You know what I'm saying? But you can't question what the Most High do. You know what I'm saying? And some people be so bold to where, they talk all these blasphemies against the Most High, thinking ain't nothing gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is a jealous God. You and your jealousy, you know what you would do. Just think about Cain and his jealousy. What did he do? He killed his own brother over jealousy, over favor. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, the father favored the brother, the younger brother over the older brother. And he got mad.
But y'all don't say that when the white folks come out there, bring Christianity.
Just think about it today. You you make it out the hood. You got the scholarship. You know what I'm saying? To go play balls and well, you make it to the league. Everybody in your hood not happy for you. Some of those cats going, yeah, man, I'm glad you made it, man. But they there to extort you because they jealous. They don't take you out. But we're gonna keep going, and we're gonna go to Exodus 32, verse 20. And what this is about is when Moses had led the Israelites out of Egypt into the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? When we was in captivity in Egypt, you know what I'm saying, we cried and prayed to the Lord. Saying, Lord, get us out this slavery, God. Man, we want to be building bricks with no straw, barely got water. Like, go on, Lord, please get up out of here. Please get us up out of here. And then the Lord heard him, like, yeah, I'm gonna get y'all up out of there. So he sent Moses. Moses got him up out of there. Moses led him to the wilderness. After a little while, you know how we get. We start complaining. God damn. And we in the middle of nowhere.
It's hot out here.
It's hot out here. We could have stayed in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? At least I could have ate some monkey legs or something. You know what I'm saying? At least they had one of my brothers up there with the big leaf fan, and I caught a little breeze. So what we do? Hey man, we need something to worship. We need something to get us about this wilderness. Hey, let's remember that boy they used to run and dance around and throw flowers and all that type of stuff. Yeah, let's build that. You know what I'm saying? That was one of my favorite ones, because they used to have the best party when the bull came out. Yeah, when the bull come out, yeah, all the good meats, Pharaoh ain't care who ate. You know what I'm saying? We ain't eat no scraps that day. Yeah, let's make the bull. Yeah. Everybody get clubbing and get loose in that mud. You know what I'm saying? So the Israelites ended up making a golden calf. They took all they jewels and they possessions, melted it down together. You know what I'm saying? And made this bull and started dancing and praising and doing all these other things around this bull. Keep now read that for me. Exodus 32 and 20.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verse 20. And he took the calf which they had made and burnt it in the fire, and ground it to powder, and strawed it upon the waters, and made the children of Israel drink of it.
So when Moses came back down from the mountain, he's like, man, what they doing down there? He see this big old golden calf. They having they best time down there. And so, Moses go down there. He said, "Oh, y'all done made a graven image, huh?" Which is one of the first things that the Lord say not to do. All right, that was back in chapter 20, right? So I done told y'all not to make no graven image. So Moses ended up destroying that calf, grounding it up, and made him drink it. You know what I'm saying? So if you that arrogant enough or that naive enough to do these things you're doing in the world today and think the Lord not gonna make you pay for it, You got to think again, man.
That's right.
All right, drop that and give me Ezekiel chapter 16. And we're going to start at verse 15. So, with the end of the story, so the Most High made the Israelites wander around that desert for 40 years. You know what I'm saying? Till all the old people died out that was originally got out of Egypt. All them died out. And only I think it was three of the original people that was out in Egypt made it. But everybody else gone because they was fornicating against the Most High. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 20.
15.
15. Salaki. Oh, chapter 15?
Chapter 16, verse 15.
15. Salaki. Gotcha. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 15. But thou didst trust in thine own beauty, and playedest the harlot because of thy city Rion, and pourest out thy fornications on everyone that passed by.
All right, this chapter is about when the Israelites, turned their back on the Lord. Once again, that's one thing that we do as Israelites. We cry and pray to the Most High to bail us out of stuff. But then once we back good, what I'm saying, we turn our back. Again, we treat the Most High like a parent, like a college parent. If you got a kid that's in college, they're not gonna call you until they need some money. They're not gonna say, hey mama, hey daddy, I'm just calling to check on you until they need money. You know what I'm saying? I'm guilty of that. You know what I'm saying? But when I had money and I'm in school or whatever, I was doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? And then when I got down to my last little bit, hey mama, hey daddy, what y'all doing? I'm just checking on y'all. Oh yeah, no, I'm all right. Oh, you need it? Well, since you asked, yeah, I need about $100, just to, get this book. It's the middle of the semester. I don't need no more books. I need some money. All right. So we doing the same thing with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? As Israelites, you know what I'm saying, throughout history. All right, and it says, but thou didst trust in thine own beauty and played as a harlot because of thy renown. You know what I'm saying? Like once we get to a certain status, you know what I'm saying, we don't need the Lord. That's why the scriptures say it's a better of a chance. I'm just quoting. It's a better chance for a camel to go through an eye of a needle than a rich man to inherit the kingdom of God. You know what I'm saying? Because when you don't have no worries, you ain't worried about the Lord. All right. So in our own renown, you know what I'm saying, we wasn't worried about, we wasn't thinking about the Lord. We ain't thanking for nothing. We just doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't in the gym with me. I'm the one that did this. I was in the gym shooting by myself. All right. Keep going. Hold on. And porters our fornications on everyone that passed by. So your belief, you done passed it on to other people. So you done passed that demon on to other people, so to where other people think the same way you do. You know what I'm saying? This pastors do this a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Right, sir. It's like if I
Go
may,
ahead.
yeah, cons. I was just gonna add, they give you the courage to rebel against the Lord. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And they try to make it seem like it's the right thing to do. You
Right.
know? So like I just wanted to add that.
Now, what you're saying is heavy because the last church I went to when I was in the world, it was like a prosperity church,
Right.
and that's all he talked about was getting money, prosperity. You gonna sow your seed and get this and get that. He talked about his Mercedes S550 every Sunday. Yeah, I got a car that drive by itself. Get that other. I got a car that drive by itself, and he always tied it on, Jesus taking the wheel. I don't care what scripture he brought out in the Bible. It always tied. It always looped around somehow to giving money. Genesis 1:1. Uh, in the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. See, God gave us something, so we got to give. You know what I'm saying. I don't know how He did it, but Genesis 1:1 turned out to be giving money and prosperity, according to that pastor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Eventually, he passed away. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
But that's all churches. I think that's the era that they've been in for the longest. You know what I'm saying? They teach prosperity. They teach, you know what I'm saying, the more you give, the God gonna bless you in the end and everything. And
Right.
then at the end of the day, you still stuck.
Right.
You still stuck. So they've been pushing that hustle for so long, and it's a shame that the people in the church haven't even picked up on it. But they from going from put your money on the altar and come to the altar with your money and drop your money on, you're gonna get a blessing, to locking the doors. If they
Right.
ain't realized that, you know what I'm saying, it's a hustle. You know what I mean? It's a business. They just want you to pay for their lifestyle. Like, they not trying to
Right.
bring you to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because they know if you come to the Lord, their business will stop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's all a money making move to them,
Right.
and some of them really don't give a damn what they teach as long as you paying the money. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yeah, so like, and that's where they get you at. They know the pimping in it. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
they can literally preach on cornbread, and you're gonna have somebody in there saying hallelujah, thank you, Lord, and all that stuff there.
Right.
And you know
Right.
what I mean? They don't realize that black people are that, what's the word for it? Fickle, I want to say, or something like that, where they actually
Uh.
will fall for anything
Yeah.
now. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Gullible.
The gullible, they will fall for anything. You can literally teach on anything, and you're gonna have somebody following you. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? That's where you get these they even right now. I saw one where they was in the church. It's a gay preacher, white boy. You know what I'm saying? Talking
Mhm.
about God is a man, God is a woman, God
Oh
is
yeah.
binary, and all of that stuff. Then I'm like,
Right.
they actually sitting in there listening to that. You know what I mean? Like, they
Right.
ain't got the wisdom to know the difference.
Right. Go
You
ahead,
know, so
sir.
like,
Also, good point. Um, and to keep that money come in, they'll shut their mouth about certain subjects. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They like one of them brothers in Atlanta who's punk got a Christian church full of punks. He won't say that God is against that because they keep their money coming in. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
like,
Most High Christ. Keep going, Baba Show.
I when I had to go tend to that just now, I lost my place. Where we at?
We had Exodus 16 and 6. I mean, Ezekiel 16 and 16.
Kind sir. This is the book of Exodus, Exodus? Ezekiel.
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 16. And of thy garments thou didst take, and deckest thy high places, and divers, and with diver colors,
Diverse
diverse
colors.
colors. Oh, it ain't got that E on it. And platest the harlot thereupon.
Right. You dress so nice and thinking you're doing this for the Lord, but you're not doing that for the Lord. You're doing it for yourself and your personal gain. You know what I'm saying? Christ came in with rags on and on a donkey. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the finest horses and chariots in Rome at the time, you know what I'm saying? He could have found the best Arabian horse or whatever the case may be and rode in, you know, for the people. But he chose a donkey and came in on rags. So this is a Jesus that you say that you love and follow, but you say you have to be in a have to have a jet, you know what I'm saying, to do your word. I mean, to do your teaching or your ministry. You say you have to be in the finest vines like Versace and Armani and stuff like that for you to be an example of the Lord's work or the Lord's will. That's a lie. You know what I'm saying? They just bamboozling you out their money so they can go back to they mansion. And don't call them about your light bill because they're gonna be like, oh, well, just give it to God. Yeah, pray about it. Let Jesus take the wheel. Go ahead.
And it's like I said, what you saying is so heavy, man, because that's how the white man get us every single time. You know what I mean? He get us through. He get us the number one thing he get us through is money. You know what I'm saying? Because he know we'll sell out for $1. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
because that's the one thing we don't have. You know, they push that lifestyle and all your dreams could come true. That's the American dream. It's just not worshiping God but worshiping money. You know what I'm saying? Because money get you everything. That's why Christ said, "For the love of it, you know, it's the root of all evil." You know what I mean? It's all
Right.
right to have money. It's a necessity that you need to live. But once you start worshiping it, once you start and start putting that before everything, you know, like that goes back to what you say. You ain't helped me in the gym. Well, I worked hard to get this car. The Lord ain't do that for me. That was my 16 hours working every day got me this car, something like that. But they don't know that the Lord, the one that woke you up to even go do that job.
Yeah, it's my degree. I'm the one that was sitting in that class, wrecking my brain trying to learn this.
Right. And the white man, he knows that. And so that's why he know that all we have to do is push a little bit of cash in their face. You know what I'm saying? They'll do anything we pretty much want them to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's sad that, you know, they keep getting us that same way instead of us coming back to our power and actually learning what we got to do to obey God. We'll sell out every single time. Every single time. You know what I mean? That's these other Israelite groups. You know what I'm saying? They'll sell out every single time, and they'll keep selling out because they God is money, and
Right.
they covered other things too. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to add that, sir.
Right.
Yeah.
Go to verse 17 for me.
17.
Come.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 17. Thou hast also taken thy fair jewels of my golden and of my gold and of my silver, which I had given thee, and madest to thyself images of men, and didst commit whoredom with them.
All right. So it says, "Thou also taking thy fair jewels of my gold and my silver, which I had given thee." You know, the Lord gave us those precious jewels, those gold and silver. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't come up with this. You know what I'm saying? And what we do with the graven image, I mean those jewels, we made graven images of other people. You know what I'm saying? You got an image of of anybody. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? The fat Buddha. I'm too off the water. Um, like we saying the prayer hands, the crosses. You know what I'm saying? They was doing this back then. This is nothing new when we did, when we did it, do it now. You know what I'm saying? But now, you know what I'm saying, you gotta have the biggest cross or the biggest chain with all the diamonds on it. You know what I'm saying? With the spinning pieces on it. Go ahead.
And now we're wearing crystals and
Right.
unks, you know what I'm saying, around our necks, and now they doing goat.
Right.
Goat. It had to do with
Yeah.
actual goat heads, but they got goat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every time you see somebody's chest, it got goat on it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
And yeah, go ahead.
no, go ahead, sir.
No, and that unk is crazy. You wearing the symbolism of a box and a rod around your neck. Like, I mean, how crazy is that? You know what I'm saying? Thou shalt have no other gods before me, but you put a box and a rod over the Most High. That's crazy. And then you think sage just burn out all the evil in your house. I seen this one video. This girl, she had a little thing of sage. She just dancing with it, and like all type of stuff. Yeah, all them crystals is crazy. I had this one. It was this one sister, one of my coworkers. She used to have them at work, and one day she got mad. She said, "Ooh, I need some of these. I need some prep." And she took them, she put them down there by her box, and closed her legs and got the rock. And I was like, "What are you doing with them rocks, girl?" Like, "Oh, these are yoni crystals. They help with this and help with that." And I'm like, Hell no, you tripping.
Over there, huh?
You know what I'm saying? Uh, we can keep going. We can drop down to 19.
It's verse 19. My meat also, which I gave thee, fine flour and oil and honey, wherewith I fed thee. Thou hast even set it before them for a sweet savor. And thus it was, saith the Lord.
So we have cookouts for everything. You know, for Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter, like all these holidays that we celebrate are not in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And we find we find a reason to cook for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like we involve ourselves with other people's traditions that don't have nothing to do with us. We the most Irish people when it comes to St. Patrick's Day. We got all the green on. We pinching everybody. You know what I'm saying? If you go down like they celebrated big in like Boston and Atlanta got a big one too. Like it be more black people in green than actual Celtic people. You know what I'm saying? Halloween, you got to have your daughter in the Hello Kitty outfit. It's about a million little Spider Man walking around asking for candy, and you teach your kids every day don't take nothing from strangers. But that one day they can have candy from strangers. Go ahead.
Rocking them dreadlocks. You know
Rocking
what
them,
I'm,
rocking them dreadlocks.
you know.
You know, they think this a Rastafarian culture. It's not. I think her name is Ishtar or something like that, where the dreadlocks actually come from. You
I
know what I'm
know it's
saying?
East Indian. I
Yes,
know it's Hindu.
it's an East Indian culture.
I know it's
You know what
Hindu.
I'm saying? But of course, people related to it with Rastafarians. You know what I'm saying?
If I may ask, I think I forgot the name. I'll look it up real quick, but I think the guy that pagan guy that actually rocked the dreadlocks is, they say he is a she, like he both. He both. When you read
Wow.
into it, he both. He can assume the identity of both man and woman.
All right, we're gonna
Yeah.
drop down to 31.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 16, verse 31. In that thou buildest thine eminent place in the head of every way, and
Mm-hmm.
makest thy high place in every street, and has not been as an harlot, in that thou scornest hire.
So what that mean? That's a church on every corner, and they all teaching different things. They all teaching you to whore in different ways. This church is like right across in my neighborhood. Okay, yeah. I want to bring out one more thing. Last scripture. Come on, come on.
You so
Yeah.
like, sir, you,
So
oh,
yeah. So it's a church on every corner. You know what I'm saying? In my neighborhood, in about a 10 block radius, it's 16 churches. It's like three of them. It's like two of them that's next door to each other. One across the street. They all share the same parking lot. And if you drive down into the neighborhood, it's like little churches here and little churches there, and it's all going to 16 different pastors, 16 different beliefs, 16 different uh, teachings. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we don't teach this at that one. Oh, we believe in this. We believe that's where these. You got the Baptists, the Protestant, the Pentecostal churches. Now you got these non-denominational because they so confused they don't know what to believe, so they just gonna roll with the punches. Yeah, they'll put you out.
yeah, all of them.
Right.
But
Go ahead.
but then you got like these churches like the Latter Day Saints. You know what I'm saying? That teach you right. And then right, and
Right.
then you got the Mormons that teach that whole Saint Joseph. I mean, not Saint Joseph. What is it, that white boy Joseph? What's his
Mm-hmm.
name? I forgot his name, but him. Then you got them. Then you got Scientology right down the street. You know what I mean? Then you got the Masons over there, like and all of that fall under Christianity. But ain't now one of them. They worshiping, like I say, most of them worship Satan more than what they worship anything else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Most of that is the worship of Satan at the end of the day.
This my last scripture, Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. Because this what it all boils down to. Deuteronomy 7:3. You know what I'm saying? These are just ways of spiritual fornication. You know, you making different jewelry, clothes. You know what I'm saying? You know, like something like some of the dress like can be like you idol worshiping other people. So like if you dressing like a Muslim, you got that little
You worshiping that rock?
the moon and the star. Yeah, that's idol worship. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so many things that you got to be careful of. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's very important for you to read and understand this Bible, man. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter shall not give unto his son, nor his daughter shall thou take unto thy son.
All right, now this first part that's talking about the physical fornication. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't give your sons or your daughters unto they sons and daughters. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't want your son to marry a white girl or a Chinese girl, or you shouldn't want your daughter to marry a white man or a Chinese man. You know what I'm saying? I just found out that Big X Plug got a white wife. You know what I'm saying? And what made me mad? If y'all watch Raising Canaan, Rock, she married to a white man. That pissed me off. You know, hardest chocolate sister I ever seen. You ain't nickel, but you married to a white man. That's crazy. Get money or status, whatever the case may be. All right. And this is why you shouldn't. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 4. For they will turn away thy sons from following me.
They're gonna turn your sons away from following you. You're gonna turn your son into a spiritual fornicator. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
That they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you.
So they gonna serve that Buddha because they married to that Chinese, or they gonna serve whatever the white man be serving. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna cause your daughter and your son to be spiritual fornicators, man. And that's totally against the Most High, and he's gonna destroy you suddenly. You know what I'm saying? All right, with that's my time. I'm gonna pass the class over to Precinct Officer 5000 so he can finish his class.
Yeah, I'm ready to go sleep. Been tired now, y'all. Hey, Shalom, Southern Christ. Clap it up, y'all. Clap it up. Big up to Officer Ron, my main man. I am Officer Godwar 5000 of the I.S.U.P.K on the Commander in YAHANNA. The I.S.U.P.K started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. You understand? And we are the only Israelites. We are the only school that teaches the truth of the Bible. We are the only authority of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians on the earth. You know what I'm saying? So come here and be taught. Be taught how to build a nation. Be taught how to love one another. Be taught how to love your God. You know what I'm saying? Ron was bringing out such a heavy topic about idolatry. Can you read the scripture again? Deuteronomy 7:3?
Come
on with it.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
Mm-hmm.
Thy daughter shall not give unto his son, nor his daughter shall thou take unto thy son.
That's such a heavy point, because when you marry another nation, you start to love what they love and you hate what they hate. And usually when we marry to them, We love what they love, and we hate each other because they hate us. You know what I'm saying? A prime example, the brother named Officer Brandon Tatum. You know what I'm saying? His brother Nolan Wells lost his life. He went out on July the 4th. Went on a boat ride with a boat full of white people. He's the only brother there. At the end of the night, he was found dead. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Tatum is fighting for the freedom of those white people instead of fighting for the justice to his brother. You understand? He's married to a white woman. He's married to, starting off, he hated his sisters. You couldn't tell me that's not a sister on this earth that you could go out and marry and find who like your taste and the things that you into. You ever get a devil? And with that being said, you're gonna love what she loves. And she loves white people. Officer Tatum loves white people. He's gonna hate what she hates. She hates niggas. Officer Tatum hates niggas. That's the problem when you serve other gods. You not only serve their God, you also take up the interests of that people. You understand? But today's lesson was about don't be an accomplice. Do not be when the Lord come back. Don't let this man catch you holding hands with these so-called oppressors. Don't let him catch you being covered in the same sin that they're covered in. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a judgment that comes with that. You know what I'm saying? You would rather own the kingdom of heaven, like have a mansion with a crown on your head. You know what I'm saying? Than to have death thrown upon you. Because that's what's going to happen. When Christ comes down, he tell Awesome Mahogany boy, go take his head off. He's going to say, what you going to say, out?
Out of one kind.
Yeah, you goddamn right. Get that brother a hand for being obedient. You know what I'm saying? Obedient to the Lord. He's going to take your head off. You understand? So we have to keep ourselves separated from these people. Give me Revelation 18:4. We'll start there first. Revelations 18:4. And these scriptures today are very important, man, that we separate ourselves from these heathens. There's a price that they have to pay when our king returns. And they're going to pay it. You have to make sure you don't get caught up in it. Come on with it.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 18, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people."
Come what?
Come out of her, my people.
Now, it's not saying we need to get on a plane and go to the other side of the earth. It's saying we need to take our spirit out of this place. You know what I'm saying? Take our love out of this place. There's a people right now who need your love more than that white man does. It's your brother and your sister. Come out of her. Like you can go to your job, do an excellent job, bring back good money to the house. That's fine. But you ain't got to go to your job and love your coworker, go to church with your coworker. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do that. Bring that love and that will to have them prosper. Bring it to your people. We need that. Keep going.
That ye be not partakers of her sins.
To be what?
Not partakers of her sins.
Come out of America and don't do the things that America does. You know what I'm saying? If your spirit not in America, you won't do what America says to do. You understand? America right now, look, you can be anything you want to be in America. You can be a man can be a woman can be a dog, anything you want, you can be in America. Any sin is readily available in America. And if I could, big up to Commander Journey Hunter, because there's a fake Israelite group with your lust written on it. With your favorite sin you want to do, you can go to any one of these Israelite groups and do it. You know what I'm saying? I just found out it's an Israelite group who says it's okay to eat pork. It's cool. They thankful for it. We know the Israelites who getting slammed in the back by his woman. I'm watching Cross the Line, the LGBT Israelite called in. You know what I'm saying? There's a group for your lust. Only within these walls, it's actually a little sanctuary for you to actually build your nation and serve your God. That's only here. Everywhere else is really the Christian church. Keep going.
And that ye not receive of her plagues.
Do what?
Not receive of her plagues.
Look, man, you come in here, learn this culture, learn how to build up our nation so we will not receive the plagues that's coming to America. What's the plague that's coming to America? Come on with it.
Thermonuclear war.
Thermonuclear war. Them bombs are going to drop on America. And all those that standing hand to hand, you know what I'm saying, holding hands with the so-called oppressor, you're going to get burnt up too. You understand? Is it on that? Give me Ecclesiasticus 7 and 16. The captions are so good, I'm ready to lay down. And with that, Salakia.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 7, verse 16.
Come on.
Number not thyself among the multitude of sinners.
Do what?
Number not thyself among the multitude of sinners.
Don't include yourself among those who sin, man. You understand? Like, you think you're getting away with it. But there's a time where the Lord is going to render his judgment on you. You know what I'm saying? And the sinners in this context of the class is America, man. You know what I'm saying? In America, you can do anything you want that's against God. You can offend God in any way you want. And matter of fact, those who stand up for righteousness, we're the ones who are cast out, frowned upon, mocked. You know what I'm saying? Because America has made it cool to do you. Damn what God say to do. Like the Christian church, look, there's no, look, they say it's no law for a reason. The law is done away with for a reason, because you can do whatever you want. You got the pastor, either the pastor's sleeping with your wife or he's touching your kids.
Right. That's right.
The Catholic Church, forget about it. They found out all those Catholic priests would touch them kids and let them keep their jobs. Do you know the worst type of trauma a person can have is childhood trauma. That follows you for the rest of your life. It molds the way you think and see the world. You understand? And to be molested by someone you're supposed to trust, someone who's a man of the Lord, that will destroy a person's mindset, destroy a person's life. Now, 30, 40 years later, they trying to wash off the shame that they experienced when they were 12 years old. Keep reading.
But remember that wrath will not tarry long.
Remember what?
Wrath will not tarry long.
It's coming. It's coming. Keep hanging around with those sinners. What your parents used to tell you? Don't keep hanging around them.
Right.
They gonna get you. You know, right. them police gonna get you. You gonna get shot. You go to jail. You're gonna die. And the smart ones, they get away. Right. They find a hobby. They start playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? Video games become important again. Right. You know what I'm saying? You have to separate yourself from the sin, from the sinners, from America. America proves to niggas every day that we hate you. Every day they prove to us that they hate us. The Mexican brothers, come on now. They going through it right. ICE is single-handedly proving that Mexicans are Israelites. ICE is doing it by themselves, proving that Mexicans are Israelites. You know what I'm saying? They're going through the same hell that black people are going through. You know what I'm saying? And our Native American brothers, look, a Native American sister comes up missing every day. There's no investigation done on it. There's no clues, man. There's no, 48 hours, none of that. They come up missing every day in this land. This is why we have to unify. If we were one nation, you understand? None of those things would happen. If we were one nation, Nolan Wales would still be alive right now.
That's right.
If we were one nation, Carmel Anthony wouldn't even have to deal with that white boy. If we love ourselves more than loving America of our oppressor, we'd be the greatest force on earth right now. All right? Give me Proverbs 3 and 7. Slow down, Kodash. I ain't got there yet. Let me. I'm coming to the
This is the
precept.
book of
Give me a second. Excellent precept, priest. Go ahead.
this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Be not wise in thine own eyes.
Come on.
Fear the Lord and depart from evil.
What does be not wise in thy own eyes mean? Come on.
Don't lean on your own understanding.
Right, man. Don't think what you're doing is righteous. The Lord has a manual set for us to raise a nation. And it's crazy how when the heathens take our manual and use it, they become great. The so-called Jewish man, he owns all of Hollywood. He don't even keep it perfectly. You know what I'm saying? The so-called Jewish man owns down to every record label on the earth. And he don't even follow our records properly. You know what I'm saying? What if we was righteously following our culture? Come on, man. Every house on this corner would be a goddamn mansion. It wouldn't be no smog in there. The ozone layer will still be cool. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to go to Mars because the Earth is breaking down. We would take care of what the Lord gave us, and then we make them take care of it too. We would get those heathens in order. All right. Anything else? Keep going. Like
Verse 8.
no, verse 7. Finish verse 7.
Fear the Lord and depart from evil.
Do what?
Fear the Lord and depart from evil.
Fearing the Lord is keeping these laws, statutes, commandments, man. And once you keep these laws, man, you will depart from evil. I wish I could turn this camera around. Y'all can see Rom eating his food. You know what I'm saying? It departed. You know what I'm saying? This sister did her thing, though. You know what I'm saying? This sister did her thing. Excellent job, sis. But we got to depart from evil, man. Keep our culture. And what offends the Lord is evil. Come on with it.
So like, sir, and it's crazy that you're bringing that out, man. And what's so heavy, man? That's absolutely heavy. But and it's crazy how the white man, he spends billions and billions and billions of dollars a year just to keep you sinning. You know what I'm saying? But like when you look around, every place you go to, you they got pork in. They got pork in the restaurants. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't even.
Let me ask you a question. Why does he do that? Why does he spend millions and millions of dollars to keep us sinning?
Oh, that's kind of like a layered question, sir.
Why does the oppressor spend all this money just to keep us in sin?
Well, I believe like the higher the ones that are actually in charge, the ones that are actually making the laws and they know who they got in captivity. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So if they can keep us sinning against the Most High,
Okay.
they reign last a little bit longer.
Get that brother here.
You know
that's it. That's it. That was the answer. Their job is to keep us in sin, so they can keep their kingdom.
Right.
If we stop sinning, it goes like this here. You know what I'm saying? We'll raise up to the top, and we'll be the mountain, and they'll be the hills. Excellent answer. You understand? So the billion they spend, that's chump change. You know what I'm saying? It is as a nation, it's their job to keep their nation in power. And the same thing will be for us when we get in power. We're gonna do everything we can to keep Israel in power. Right?
Right.
That's what a nation's supposed to do. You're supposed to preserve yourselves. You know what I'm saying? So I don't blame the white man when it comes to that. Because, he's doing what he got to do. He's doing what he got to do to keep his nation going. I'm going to do the same thing for mine. Right. I'm doing it now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 Timothy 5:22. I see yapping in the comments. 1 Timothy 5:22. And Ron, if you could give me Ephesians 5.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 5, verse 22.
Come on with it.
Lay hands suddenly on no man.
Right.
Neither be partakers of other men's sins.
Be ye what? Neither you be what?
Partakers of other men's sins.
Don't be an accomplice.
Right.
To these sinful, wicked people out here, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We've been accomplished to America over 400 years. You know what I'm saying? We've been serving their gods, fighting their wars, their evil wars. You know what I'm saying? Destroying even our own people. selling drugs in our own communities. You know what I'm saying? Whoring out our own sisters. Molestation in the black community is through the roofs. You know what I'm saying? And guess who we learned that from? Just guess. Who do we learn all this sinful nature from? The white man. We learned from the white man. You know what I'm saying? I've seen every type of horror movie on earth. Like horror movies is my favorite genre of movies to watch. I don't watch nothing else. I barely watch a comedy. I'm 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning watching a horror movie on my phone. There's nothing more scary on earth than a white stepfather.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the most. Jason, Chucky, Freddy, a white stepfather is the most evil entity on the earth. He gonna kill his kids. He gonna molest them. You know what I'm saying? You got something? Oh, the precept. We have to fight against what our fathers taught us in America. We have to fight that evil, and we have to not join them in offending the Lord. Come on.
It's like it, sir. And we have that, and it's crazy because we have that. If we can't beat them, join them attitude, but it still haven't gotten us free. It still haven't gotten us to a higher level. We still not equal to them.
Right.
Matter of fact, the more we sin, the more turmoil and things we go through. Like we get punished for being wicked, for following after them. You know what I'm saying? And we still haven't woke up to that fact yet. You know, no matter what we do, we're never gonna reach that plateau where the white man is gonna look at us outside of not being they slaves.
Never.
You know what I'm saying?
And when you excellent point. And when you're building a nation, everybody can't be equal.
Right.
Somebody got to be at the top, and someone has to be at the bottom. Somebody got to live in those nice mansions, and somebody got to come in and clean them. Right. You understand? In our kingdom, we won't be equal. We'll be at the top, and everybody else, all those nations, these heathens, gonna be under our boot.
That's right.
You understand? And that's something to look forward to, right?
That is.
That's why we here, right? That's why we in class tonight, because we want to rule the goddamn earth. All right? Give me oh, come on, Ron. Ephesians 5, 6, and 7. I'm sorry.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 6. Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of God upon the children of disobedience.
I'll tell you something, man. The Christian pastor has used vain words on Black, Hispanics, Native Indians for years. Over 400 years, we have failed to the lies, not just the pastor, but our leaders. Our Black leaders have sold us out to the so-called oppressor. You know what I'm saying? While we blindly follow the oppressor, he sells out for a crumb. Just for a crumb. Just to have a nice car or to have, you know what I'm saying, a nice house. He sold out a whole people. And that's what's always been done in Israel. It ain't nothing new. We've fallen for the vain lies. We've fallen. Come on.
And the most heaviest one, the most detrimental one for us is when the white man taught our pastors that the law is done away with.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Because all our pastors went to quote unquote seminary schools.
Yep.
And that's where they learned the doctrine of Christianity that is taught in the Black church.
Right. Get that brother hand. Well said. That's a good point. The doctrine of Christianity comes from the oppressor. And that doctrine is not made for us to thrive here. It's made for us to stay right where we at. Matter of fact, to drive even lower. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Verse 7. Be ye not therefore partakers with them. Verse 8. For ye were sometimes darkness.
That's it. It's a lot here. Do not be partakers of this sinful people, man. This sinful kingdom, man. Because why? Our power is going to send our king back to destroy this place. Like Christ is coming. It says Christ come back with over 200 million angels, right? You know, in my mind, like, damn, Christ, do you need that many? But it has to be a total takeover. Like he has to suck out. So like he has to take the whole will from them, the whole will to fight back. He has to take all that from them. And that's when you take over. That's when you dominate a people. And he's doing that to free us from them. All we have to do is turn back to him. All right, give me Proverbs 17 and 15.